Time to wake up. It's Saturday morning. Find some milk and cereal. Grab a bowl and spoon. No, a bigger spoon. Head to the living room and take a seat on the floor while Joseph and Chris present to you Saturday Morning Cartoon!
Hello everybody, welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoon Boom! This is a show where we wake up with the Saturday morning sun, popped on the floor with a big bowl of sugary cereal, and watch all your favorite cartoons, both old and new. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Chris.
And this morning we watched What's with Andy?
What the heck is with Andy?
Whatever it is, he needs to get over it. Like, now.
Yeah, what's up with that?
From the start, you know what, I'll go into it, but who suggested this to us?
This was suggested to us, this was Max Nystrom, who suggested this
that
a while
guy.
back. Yeah.
He was the one who would like suggest something every day, right?
Every day, usually 3 or 4 a day.
So this was the one that broke through?
Yes, this broke through. Max, thank you so much for your enthusiasm. But like, we can only do so much, man. So I'm glad that
I don't feel like he was
one.
a real person. He seems like a spam bot, but
could be.
You know what? If you're real Max, then thank you. If you're a spam bot, then
He's a cartoon
we are
robot.
friends to all AI. And when you ultimately take over, please spare us.
That is true. Like, I don't want him and Kenneth Chisholm teaming up against us.
What if they're
Still
like
happen.
combiners and they turn into a larger, more frightening AI?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's our future.
That's gonna happen. It's gonna be Max Chisholm.
Max Chisholm. Oh, good.
Max Chisholm.
Oh, man. If we ever go get our fortunes told, and like the lady's gonna look in her crystal ball and be like, "The hell is this?"
Do you know a Max Chisholm?
Yeah. Have you ever?
No, I knew it.
Do you know a robot personally? What is this?
So the show What's with Andy, okay, so I was a little confused here because I saw a couple different things from different sources, but I saw that it first on IMDb, it's like 2000 to unknown. And then on...
no one knows if it ended or not. We have no idea.
On Wikipedia, it was like 2001 to 2007. And I was like, there's no way it went on for 6 years.
Yeah.
So I think that it was just talking about like it was in syndication after a period. I don't know if it just ran for a year or not or what happened with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was at least in syndication till 2007 and started probably in 2000, 2001, one of those. It was based on the book series Just, with an exclamation point, by Andy Griffiths, but not the Andy Griffith you're thinking of. This is Andy Griffiths.
Oh,
plural.
So not the old timey dude who worked as an officer of the law with a little kid named Opie. Not that guy.
Right. No, not that guy.
I can't whistle very well.
I can't whistle
man.
either.
My lips are broken.
This is directed by Tim Deacon and John Minnis for season 1, Richard Paré and Giles Diaz from season 2, and season 3, I guess there was a season 3, Nick Valanakis, produced by Cinegroup, Saban Entertainment for season 1, SIP Animation for season 2, Chile Animación for season 1 and 2 for the animation, then Jire Production for season 1 animation. God, there's so many. NIC Entertainment for season 3 animation, Cinegroup WWA, CG WWA, the second incorporated, WWA Cycle 3 Incorporated. Okay, that's all.
What? Can you repeat that?
I will not. I refuse. I immediately burnt all my notes after that. So,
oh man,
it was produced by a lot of companies, or
a lot going on.
A lot of people had parts in it, but I guess they gave up on it, and different people jumped aboard because there was a lot of that. Like, for season 1 it was these guys, for season 2 it was these guys, for season 3 it was these guys, and they kept jumping around.
I can tell you that it's not going to end with just the production crew. I can tell you that much.
So so episode wise, apparently ran for 3 seasons, 78 episodes. On Teletoon Network in Canada, because this is, okay, I'll get to it. Fox Kids International for season 1 and 2, Fox Family / ABC Family in the United States for season 1, TF1 in France for season 2, and Super RTL, which is in Germany for season 2 and 3.
Oh, man.
For short synopsis, Super RTL, yeah.
Super.
My favorite channel, my favorite German channel.
Yeah.
For a short synopsis, written by Podsto.
Uh-oh.
12-year-old Andy Larkin, the greatest prankster on Earth, unleashes a flurry of practical jokes on the residents of East Gackle.
I I don't like that at all.
I disagree with
I don't-
everything but his
yeah.
name and his age.
I don't like any of this.
So who are some of the actors who played in this show?
So like I said before, the quitting and then the comings of goings and people was not limited to the production crew. So there's definitely, to all of the major actors, there's always been more than one doing a character. So the first voice, of course, the voice of Andy Larkin was done by Ian James Corlett and Tony Neef. And just for whatever, Neef is just a weird name and it makes me uncomfortable. Neef. Neef. Ugh. I don't like it. Neef.
Okay.
I don't like that at all. Character of Danny was voiced by Daniel Brochu, and then Bumper Robinson. Bumper making up for Neef. That's a much cooler name. Name a dude Bumper.
Bumper Robinson?
Yeah, Bumper Robinson. I love it.
All right.
Jen, voiced by Jenna Von Oy, and then Jessica Cardos. Mom was voiced by Kathy Cavadini, and then Susan Glover. Dad, yes, they did not name the parents, it's just mom and dad. Dad, voiced by Arthur Holden and D. Bradley Baker, which I can tell you right now, like,
cool.
Yeah, I didn't look a whole lot into all of the characters just because there's so many like actors and stuff like that played them, so I didn't go into all those characters' backgrounds and stuff. But D. Bradley Baker has definitely been on my mind as of late, because I've been doing a little bit more with the Overwatch podcast that I do, and he does the little noises for Hammond, the little hamster guy.
Oh, nice.
And then finally, the character of Lori, voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, Jacqueline Linsky, and Eleanor Noble. So there's a giant cast for a very small amount of characters.
So for a few tasty marshmallows out of our big bowl of What's with Andy cereal, this is based on an Australian author, Andy Griffith's children's novels, just like I was talking about earlier. Changes from the books to the television series include Andy's last name, which was originally that of his creator, and name changes of other characters, such as Lori's name being Lisa in the book, and original storylines not featured in the books. So,
well, all right then. Was there a storyline? I mean,
it seemed very like episodic to me, where it's just maybe that's not the right term, but just where it's
I
like
think you got it.
It's instead of monster of the week type thing, it's like joke of the week.
Yeah,
and that's really all it was.
Poor joke of the week. So
Yeah.
I think that's the formula.
Andy often breaks the fourth wall when the screen freezes in black and white, a distinctive feature of the show referred to as doodle vision, which I only bring up because we didn't ever hear it called doodle vision to my knowledge, and that's what it's called.
No doodle vision for anyone.
And I'll tell you something about doodle vision, though, is that I liked the doodle vision art more than I did the actual art of the show.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That's sad.
Yeah, his imagination about sketches of him were more well animated than the actual characters were. It was originally an interactive Flash movie with completely different voice actors and a promotion for Fox Kids. Shortly after, a TV series was developed and new voice actors, and it aired on Teletoon, which is the Canadian company.
I don't like them like coming up with a term for that, for the doodle vision thing, because it's not like they're the first show to ever do something like that, you know? Like, we've seen this a few times.
We've seen it before, but it was very often in this show.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much every other scene was him pausing everything and then breaking the fourth wall, talking to us, having the little animations, which were cool. And I wish it had just been that, but then it would go back to reality and we had to suffer. So, had you ever heard of this show before?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. When it first got suggested, I mean, something stood out about it, but I can't say that I've ever actually seen it or heard of it, to be honest. I don't know.
I'll tell you, I don't think I had either, and I think that theme song would have stuck with me,
God.
not because it's good, but because it's very repetitive.
Can I say, this might, like, I don't know, we've hit almost 200 episodes, which is 200 cartoons, almost 200 cartoons that we have watched for this show. Is it wrong to say this is the worst like song I've ever heard out of any of the cartoons we watched? Because I'm
trying to think back on one I liked less.
Bad.
But I really can't think of one. Yeah, I even like Rocket Power's song better than this.
Oh yeah. That's a tough call, but yeah, I think I would have to agree. Except for when they go super beef.
Super beef. No, I like
garbage.
that part. That's the most memorable part of Rocket Power for me.
The only part worth
I'll
it.
forever replay that meme to you whenever I can find it. So let's go ahead and jump into the episodes we watched for today's show. The very first episode, the highest rated episode, and finally a random listener chosen episode. The order may vary depending on how these episodes fall chronologically, but of course we have to start with the very first episode, which was Just Stuffing, Season 1, Episode 1, where Andy won't give up on his 24 hours of pranking, going as far as to copy Jin's every move. That's worded weird.
Yeah.
So him copying Jin's every move is his 24-hour prank, or that's what he's going for.
And
I
just now realized why it's called Just Stuffing. I did not put 2 and 2 together until now.
Oh, yes. Yeah, before we watched it, I was like, is this a Thanksgiving episode to start out with? And it's like, oh, okay.
That was my thought too, because I'm like, as soon as I hear the word stuffing, I'm thinking like delicious stuffing that I can eat. But
I know.
I didn't want to eat this stuffing.
Nope.
This was, I'm full. I don't need it.
Was that stuffing ping pong balls, would you say?
I don't know what that was.
It never stated what it was.
It must have been ping pong balls. Where did he get all those ping pong balls from?
Yeah, that's a better question. Yeah.
So just a quick, like, here, this is what's going on. So Andy is just this garbage kid, 12 years old. Like,
also our main character.
Yeah, the kid that, like, if Fortnite was around in the 90s, he would be playing it. You know, he's just that kid. He's got like the bowl cut parted down the middle kind of thing. Like, everyone's seen that kid and everyone dislikes that kid.
XX WW Andy 420 XX
69 LOLs.
Yeah.
Wants to be the world's greatest practical joker. Like, that's a thing. So, like, in his genius, I mean, if we're talking, I mean, you can be a comedy genius. I mean, we've seen people before. So using his comedic genius, he's just repeating everything his sister says and following her around the house, as you would, as all the greats have. You know, think of George Carlin and you think of like Robin Williams and stuff. That's all they did, right?
He's trying to break like a Guinness World Record or something.
Yeah, I don't think it
because
exists.
I think he's gone for 12 hours so far, and he's going for the record, or he has the record. I don't know. I don't know which one. He's the pioneer of practical jokes, something like that. In my notes, I wrote bad art immediately. That was the first thing I noticed, because when you're just looking at the stills of it, you're like, okay, well, maybe it's animated better, but no, like, it's just like this the whole time. Yeah. And I didn't care for it. It's probably one of my least favorite animations that we've watched, period, because it looks very much like almost a student animated film level. If the student is like, if it's their first week in animation school,
right? Yeah.
Like, it's that raw. I really don't care for it. It's not like stylistic either. Like, it was done purposefully like this. It just looks like it was done in a rush and not well.
I mean, it might have been. Honestly, stylistically, I didn't enjoy it that much. And it was more like, you know, the environments and things are fine. It was just the character designs. Just, I didn't like it. Yeah. I didn't like the heads. The heads didn't look right to me. And I wasn't a fan.
Right.
This sounds so pretentious because we're like, oh, this cartoon, the head of this character just didn't do it for me.
Man, after almost 200 episodes, like, we have,
it's hard to not be.
You know, we've seen it all. Yeah. In his mind, his ultimate victory is going too far, because his sister, like, claims that he's going too far or whatever. So, you know, it's a win for him. And I love, like, when it goes into their house and his mom is reading a book that says how to deal with your monster kids. It only gets worse.
I didn't catch that. That's great. Well, this is what's interesting to me. I mean, because of the nature of this cartoon, Andy's the main character. They're trying to make you like Andy, you know, because he's your protagonist.
Are they?
Well,
are they?
I think that was their goal. But I'm going to be honest. His sister, Jen, is the hero of this show. Like, she isn't unlikable. She's the only times that she's, like, let's say, quote unquote, being like a jerk sister is because she's reacting to the crappy things her brother won't stop doing to her. Like, he's constantly trying to ruin her life. And it's just her lashing out because he's doing it. So it's like, man, it's so backwards.
Yeah, she is the every woman, every
Yes.
man. She's the every person because I was completely in agreement with her. Like
Me
normally I'll be
too.
like, oh man, like that is like a, a bratty
Like,
sister
oh,
or
bratty
like a
sister.
mean sister or
Yeah.
whatever. But no, in this case, it's like, no, you're perfectly reasonable in everything that you're doing. Maybe it's because I'm older now. I don't know, but
Right.
I don't think at any age I would have been a fan of a kid like that.
Do you think that this was conceived by, like, this show was conceived by a bunch of little brothers that were like, everybody hates sisters, am I right? Like, and, and then they make this just like, everyone's going to hate on a sister because this is great. And we're just like, guys, what the hell is wrong with you? This is awful.
It was targeted towards those bratty kids to
I feel like it
encourage their
was.
brattiness.
I feel like it
Because
was.
that's the only audience I can see being like, oh, totally, Andy's in the right.
And
Andy's so funny.
yeah, I'm gonna imagine that most of the people listening have not seen this cartoon. So let me. I really need to get into how far this goes, which is like his sister Jen's gonna go to a school dance. I don't know if it's supposed to be prom, homecoming, or it's just some generic school dance.
Yep.
And she shows off that, she's going to be wearing a dress. She's going to be dancing with the dude and stuff like that. So, of course, Andy, not to be put down from that, steals one of her dresses, even puts on her not her underwear, thankfully, but puts on one of her bras, fills it with ping pong balls because he doesn't know what breasts are like. It just reminds me of like 40-year-old virgin when he's just like, they're like bags of sand. And like, I think Andy just in his head is like, oh, it must be like ping pong balls. Gee whiz. It's just, he puts on a wig, puts on makeup, everything, and just goes way too far. Way too far. Like, hits on the guy
captain of the football team.
Yeah, which is who
Craig.
His sister has a crush on.
Right.
They're playing ska music at the dance for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
This show had trouble finding its identity, I think. It was trying to be all these, it was trying so hard to be cool, it ended up being exactly the opposite of cool. And it was like late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, it's probably conceived in like the late 90s and came out in early 2000s, but it feels still very, very 90s. Forced coolness.
Andy's just that kid that was wearing the Jinko jeans with the awful haircut, and he has the anarchy symbol drawn on his trapper keeper, and he doesn't know anything about what anarchy really means.
Right.
Wearing Misfits shirts, but he's never listened to the Misfits. He took it from his dad.
Well, he's got the long sleeves with the holes cut in the thumbs.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude. I know a lot of those dudes.
Everyone, well, not everybody, but most people are falling for his like dress up.
Especially the captain of the football team.
Yeah, especially like he keeps trying to like kiss her and like, or well, kiss him and then like dance with him and whatever. And so he goes off to the boys' bathroom at first, and then guys are hitting on him in there. So he's like, "All right, you pigs," and then heads out to the girls' bathroom. And that's where he sees we are first introduced to the person that he crushes on throughout the show, Lori, who is like a straight A student, but she's also like, I don't know, a cute straight A student to him. Yeah. And so like he's trying to like he tells her that she reminds her of Andy, of a boy named Andy in her class.
Yeah.
And so he goes with that, and he's following and trying to like say like, oh, I'm his cousin, and like he's really impressive and does all these cool things or whatever, trying to talk himself up.
Yeah, he even says at one point like, oh, I hear all the girls think he's cute and blah blah blah, and I'm like, God, what a psychopath.
She even says, Lori says like, yeah, I think he's cute, but he's pretty immature. Yes. And so even she's like, yeah, this guy way annoying.
I did like the part where when Jin is kind of figuring out what's going on, and Andy is in full, well, was calling himself Andrea. He was in full Andrea gear out on the dance floor. And was it Craig? Is that the name of the crush guy?
Yeah, Craig.
When Craig is like really trying to hit on him and stuff like that, he's like, oh, God, could you just leave us for a second, get us 2 poo-poo platters? And then he comes back and he's like, 2 poo-poo pleasures. And I'm like, come on, guys. Did you have to make a joke of, oh man. Poo-poo pleasures, Joseph.
They'll go there so many times. Basically, it ends up being spoiled by Jin, the only, intelligent person in the show. And she's like trying to just push him to like she's like, okay, the whatever kind of dance it was, the dance king and queen are Craig and Andrea. So he's like, or she's telling him like, okay, now you have to have your royal dance and then your royal kiss or whatever. And so that's when Andy takes the costume off. He's like, hey, it's just been me this whole time. I don't know how no one noticed because I don't have makeup on or anything.
Right.
And then he blames the joke on Jen, saying that it was her idea to come up with the prank. And then Craig, that kind of like obviously bothers Craig. And like, so he's blaming it on Jen now. And so it blows up in her face. So Andy, I guess, comes out the winner in the end, sort of.
Well, thankfully, at the very end, like, because he revealed what he was doing in front of everyone, Lori knows that he was talking himself up and stuff and trying to get her to like fall for it and stuff. So she just kind of like nails him with how immature he was and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, she didn't give it to him enough because Andy's a psychopath. Like he went straight up Norman Bates just to ruin his sister's dance. Like what? Oh God.
Yeah, just for the sake of a prank.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much every episode is like, it'll start by introducing a joke and here's how I did it, or here's how I tried to carry it out or whatever.
Here's how I tried to make life worse for everyone around me as a joke.
And succeeded in some cases, in most cases. The second episode we watched was Bring It Off, season 1, episode 22. Get it? Because it's about cheerleaders and Bring It On is the actual thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And this was the highest rated one. Andy decides to challenge his sister Jen in a cheerleading contest. Andy and Danny come up with a good routine, then dress up like penguins. Okay, well that's going way too far into it. So he challenges his sister Jen in a cheerleading contest. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, Danny's his best friend because we didn't bring him up in the previous episode, but that's his best friend that he kind of pulls into a lot of his pranks, and it's just I don't know if it's like Stockholm syndrome or what, but like, dude, like you can tell he's not happy with his life.
No, I feel like he's just a lonely kid and he doesn't have many friends and the girls all reject him. So like he's defaulting to Andy because he's giving him attention.
Exactly.
Even though he's using him for his own means.
Yep.
That's a dark read on this, but that's pretty much how it is. That's the truth of it.
Well, I mean, I did compare him to Norman Bates. So if we're going dark, we've already done it.
True. So yeah, he's talking to Danny in the gym and how, Danny keeps trying to like talk to ladies or whatever, and then either will run away or get rejected. And then Andy hears about cheerleader tryouts and decides to try it. And so he goes in, he auditions for it and has this whole routine, but they don't like him and whatever.
It's because his routine is all about like how cool he is, He's just doing a little
the whole show
cheer about how cool I am, and it was bad.
Yeah. And then this other, like he overhears them talking about how, oh, wow, he was great. And like, I can't wait for him to be the next cheerleader. And he's thinking they're talking about him. Luckily, they're talking about some other kid named Jervis, who I guess...
That's the worst name. Oh, man.
Not even Jarvis, just Jervis.
If they combined that first name with that last name that I did not like in the cast, they would have the perfect gross name. Jervis Neef. That's disgusting.
Jervis Neef.
That makes me want to throw up.
And so Jervis, I guess he's like a snooty kid. I'm not sure what his personality is because we haven't seen him before.
Yeah, we didn't see him talk really at all.
So I guess he's just some like annoying kid normally, but he is like super acrobatic and obviously fit for the cheerleading position way more than Andy was.
Yeah.
And so Andy's whole thing after that is like, you know what? No matter what, I'm going to be a cheerleader. So I'm going to keep coming and basically competing against the actual cheerleading team, even while they're doing their actual cheers at actual games.
Oh my God,
it's like, dude, why are you doing this? Why are you ruining people's lives?
Because it's a game for him because he's psychotic.
Because it's funny. It's a prank.
He's a psychopath. He's a psychopath, Joseph. You know what? Jervis is probably a good guy. He's probably nice. Like, because I remember too that when Andy hears that Jervis was the one that was getting accepted at the cheerleading squad, he said something about like, what? He's so clumsy and stuff. But we saw Jervis doing all kinds of flips and stunts, and like he was good at everything he did. So I don't think
Jervis is a nimble acrobat.
Yeah, I think it's all in Andy's head. I think he's just a psychopath. Like I said, he is on the fast track to juvie. Someone needs to take this kid and put him away. Goodness.
I think he needs like Ritalin or something.
And
He just
therapy. So much therapy.
Yeah.
I think that whole
This
family's
kid's
going to
just
need
out
it.
of control.
Yeah.
It's like we even saw his mom was reading that, like, when your kids are monsters.
Yeah, she knows
book.
her kid sucks. And
Yeah.
she doesn't know what to do. She is on her last rope. She's just like, I've tried everything else. I got this book on Amazon.com after going on Yahoo Answers. And like, this was the only comment out of 75 that actually applied to what I asked. So, yeah, like you said, they go and interrupt the cheerleaders during a football game in the middle of their routine. They're dressed as like, they're not even dressed as penguins. They just have something on their like arms and their legs, and they're wearing hats. And the first time they get booed, like everyone hates them, and rightfully so. But then he does it, like they do it a couple times. Like his sister pays these two guys, which are like kind of these like punk bully-ish kids that show up in each episode pretty much. But she pays them to keep Andy and his buddy out of the game. And I'm like, dude, that's actually fair because they are ruining it for everyone. So not even a bad move. So somehow they propel down via rope and they do it again, just interrupt everything again. And this time they do this dance move called the penguin strut. And what sucks is like the whole crowd really gets into it and they like the penguin strut.
It's basically walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
But
with
when they're
penguins.
dressed as penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you react when you saw the actual mascot costume that they made themselves? Because I laughed really hard about how horrible it looks.
You know what? That part was actually pretty funny. It's like
It was so bad.
there were some scenes here that were actually good, but most of them were like when Andy wasn't actually talking or even there.
Yeah.
So it's really him that kind of messed up the show, which is unfortunate since he's the main character.
Yeah. I mean, that happens when you write a show based on a horrible character that no one likes. I mean, it's pretty part of the course, to be honest.
So yeah, the penguin strut starts catching on for whatever reason. And so people are cheering for them when they come out. And then it turns into like, well, the only logical thing to do is for there to be a cheerleading contest between you and the actual cheerleaders.
Yeah. Well, it's because they wanted there was going to be like was it an all-state like cheerleading competition thing, and they can only send one squad. So they had to do a cheer off and pick the best. And of course, because Andy's a horrible person and hears that his sister has come up with a new routine that's really good. So of course he steals it and performs it first. But luckily the crowd hated it. So when Jen and
the crowd was bored by it, and then Jen, just to kind of turn the tide, was like, well, they stole our stuff, so what do we do? And so she turns it around and takes the penguin strut and starts doing that. Turnabout is fair play. She gets the last laugh over Andy.
Yeah. And then we do see Jervis do the splits, and I'm assuming just ripped those groin muscles in half because he could not get back up. They had to carry him out by his legs.
But at least in this episode, Andy got what was coming to him.
Yeah. Thank God.
I would have been really sore if he had won that contest in some way.
How old are you right now? Yeah, I would be really sore if he won. Come on.
It's upsetting.
Yeah.
So the third episode of today's show was Spanky, Pranky, Hanky, Panky.
I'm so
Season
sorry.
Season 2, episode 22. This was chosen by Chris because of the terrible name.
I am so sorry. Yeah, I picked it because the name was so dumb. Then I'm like, this is it. I was looking through all of them and nothing jumped out. And I'm like, this is the worst sounding episode I could find. And it might have been the worst episode.
Using his dog Spank as a prop. His dog is named Spank.
Yes.
Andy sets about pranking the neighborhood. Because basically it starts off with like everybody's so used to Andy's pranks and his props that they just are calling it before he's even able to do it. And like, all right, don't. His dad's like, Andy, if you put snakes in my tie drawer again, you're grounded for a week or whatever. And so he's like, well, everyone's so used to all my stuff. I need something new. I need a new prop. And so his mom asked him to go walk Spank. And Spank is like the laziest. I think he's like a bloodhound, but he's just like super lazy and snores and farts a lot.
Dude, this episode could just be called Dog Farts. because that is
yeah.
that is all this episode is that dog just ripping them left and right.
Because Andy's mom feeds him prunes all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And
he's
table
always
scraps
farting. And apparently they're really smelly farts, too.
Yeah. I mean, most dog farts are pretty terrible. Like, they're
the
only surpassed by girlfriend farts, if we're being honest. So he decides that he's going to use that to pull pranks on people. He's just going to use the dog. I mean, it's just not. The first few didn't really work. I mean, there was a few that worked, like when he, put his dog in a coffin in the window of a pet store.
Oh my
Man,
gosh.
that got dark real quick. That scared some people away and made them upset.
Yeah, because first he uses him as like a taxidermy prop.
Yeah, puts him in a taxidermy place.
And scares an old lady, like she might have had a heart attack, and then
she's dead. She died.
Then he takes him to like a monster movie, like in a trench coat and stuff, like just as some weird dog monster thing. Then has the like you said, him in a coffin, which was I was pretty bothered by. I was like, whoa, okay. But the joke is to Andy that he's always like a comatose dog, like he just never moves. He's super lazy.
Yep.
What sets this episode off is him putting Spank on like somebody's like stairwell in front of their house, rich person's house.
I'm guessing pushed the gargoyle that matched the other side off and broke it. And then put the dog there. But like no one really noticed. Well, at least the woman didn't notice. The guy ended up there's this old lady, Mrs. Timberly. Her husband notices it, and then she gets all happy because Spank looks like her old dog from when she was a child. So she gets super happy about it and takes him in. And then Andy's like, crap. And this is what's kind of messed up about this is Andy obviously has zero emotional attachment to the family pet. He just wants to get it back because his mom will be angry.
And neither does his dad. Like, they're both laughing.
That's a good point.
That's where he gets it from.
Yeah.
Like, every time, once it gets to the point where his mom actually finds out, every time they bring it up, like, he and his dad are joking about it and laughing.
Right.
Like, dude, you just lost the family dog. You just got it stolen. This is not a joke.
This is the most disturbing part of this entire show, because there's a lot of things that rub me the wrong way and I thought were disturbing. But the weirdest one was when he goes back home defeated and is trying not to let his parents figure out that Spank isn't there. So he's doing a few things like pretending to wash the dog in the bathtub, things like that. When someone throws scraps under the table, he's grabbing them and stuff. The weirdest is when his mom is in the living room watching TV. And I don't remember if she was just watching TV or if she was doing something else too. But then she pours dog food and yells for Spank to come get his dinner. So Andy crawls in there on all fours and he's eating the dog food out of the bowl while his mom's petting his head and he's just farting. It's the most creepy, weird thing I have ever seen a cartoon do.
It's bothersome enough in context, but if you took that out of context and you just saw that scene separated, that would be such a weird visual.
Could you imagine being the parent to a child and you just walk in the room and that's the only thing you see your kid?
Yeah, what if dad had walked in at that point and seen him eating out of the dog bowl with his mom petting his head?
Yeah, and he's just farting like crazy. Like, what kind of weird fetish is going on here that, oh God, just there's everything wrong just went wrong in this cartoon. Oh, man.
When they actually go back to try to get Spank from the Timberleys, Spank doesn't care. Spank doesn't want to come back. He's like, nope, I'm good.
Can you blame the dog? I mean, like, I wouldn't want to live with Andy. I would be, if I was that dog, I would rather eat chocolate than go back with that family. I would raid a Hershey's factory and just bathe myself with my mouth open in chocolate syrup. That would be a better alternative.
So Mrs. Timberley's like, you're not getting him back. You don't have any proof. And they didn't. They don't have any pictures or anything.
That's even weirder. Like, who does not have one photo of the family dog? Or like they don't have a collar. They don't have anything that belongs to them, any toys, a bed, anything. What the heck? Oh, I would have said more words there, but I'm trying to keep it family friendly right now.
That's why I said sore. That's why I said it made me sore. And one of Andy's jokes too, one of Andy's attempts to try to get Spank back was to make it look like he had rabies. And instead of like coming to the rescue and like pretending he was going to save them from the, rabies ridden dog, he called the pound to come and pick up his dog. And his idea was to go and pick it up from the pound himself.
Oh, they would have euthanized it. That thing would have been dead by the time he got there.
It's like, that was a terrible plan, Andy.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, he's psychotic, man. There's so many things.
He is. But eventually what works out is, like we saw earlier, it was prefaced that his mom feeds him prunes all the time. And so Andy gets a ton of prunes, brings them to the Timberleys' house and starts dropping them in the letter slot. And Spank can never resist food, we hear. So he goes over and starts eating all of them and then does his really stinky farts. Yeah. And so at that point, Mr. Timberley is also Andy's dad's boss. So he comes up to him and is like, hey, or he calls him in his office. He's like, hey, by the way, we had a change of heart. We decided that,
take this gross dog.
Basically take this gross dog. And he even he has the dog with him. He has Spank with him in his office. After Andy's dad takes the dog out, he opens the windows and starts airing it out and getting some fresh air. So it's like, those farts must be just awful.
Yeah.
That's all it took. I mean, that's what it took to get Spank back, was another prank on top of the prank. It's like prank inception. It was just bad. Yeah. Prankception.
Yes. Foolproof plan right there. Yeah, it was. Oh man, I'm sorry that I brought this upon us by suggesting this episode. I apologize for everything.
I mean, apparently there were 3 seasons and this was only the second one, so I can't imagine they got better after this.
Oh, so much better, dude. I'm sure. I bet it was the best.
We missed out on prime What's With Andy episodes.
Yeah.
We're going to get a lot of comments and complaints on, you didn't even watch season 3. How can you judge it based off these 2?
I know we're going to get some sad comments and some frustrations after.
Well, it's going to be people who maybe watched it when they were kids.
Yep.
And felt differently about it. I dare them to watch it now and tell us the same thing.
Yeah. I double dog dare you to watch it now.
Yeah. Well, Chris, it looks like it's about time we send our inner kids to East Gackle to try to out-prank the master pranker, or risk accidentally falling in love with Andy if he puts a wig on. Then see what they thought of the show, What's With Andy.
This cartoon was actually really, really funny because Andy's so cool and well-adjusted and cares about his friends and family and would never do any harm to them. Pranked you. This cartoon sucked and Andy's a horrible person, just like I want to be when I grow up. But I still gave this cartoon 1 bowl of poo-poo pleasure cereal out of 5.
While a big practical joke backfiring and Andy having to rebound every episode was an okay premise, I just couldn't really get into the show. The animation was subpar, the dialogue was so-so, and most disappointingly, the main character Andy got pretty annoying. Maybe that was the whole idea, but when he gets so much screen time, it wears on you fairly quickly. Honestly, I started to understand where Jin was coming from. Overall, I'd give What's With Andy 1.5 big bowls of Penguin Strut Puff cereal out of 5, and we'll be fine not finishing this cartoon and never knowing what was with Andy after all.
Yeah, I feel like the sequel is going to be like, what's with prison? I mean, where else could he be going with his life? I mean, if his entire life revolves around things like theft and property destruction and impersonating other people and just being an overall douche, like, where does he think he's going from there?
The follow-up cartoon is, where is Andy?
Where's Andy? And it cuts to Guantanamo Bay and he's out there.
No, it's the parents' basement. He's locked up down there and they feed him scraps.
Oh yeah. He's being tortured with Spank's farts.
And the rest of the show is just a regular functioning family having a good time in a perfectly rational way.
I would like to see a cartoon of that family without him. That would be really nice, you know? I mean, he's just, honestly, he is one of the most unlikable characters I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, seriously, this kid is a straight up masochist. He can only be happy when he's causing other people mental distress, and it's the people that are closest to him most of the time that he's doing it to.
He's pure chaos.
He's gonna grow up to be a pyramid scheme guru, or he's gonna be like the next what was that guy that defrauded all those people out of millions of dollars? Bernie Mac, was that him? No, wait, Bernie Mac.
Oh, no.
That's not Bernie Mac.
The comedian.
Bernie Madoff.
R.I.P.
That guy. Bernie Madoff.
Oh, yeah.
Very different than Bernie Mac. Oh, it would be hard for him to become Bernie Mac.
He's not going to function well in society.
No. And
when he grows up.
Which is good. It's good for us. He's going to go away for a long time.
I think, if anything, it's a lesson to kids to not be like Andy.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll annoy kids to the point where they'll agree with that. I don't know. But oh, God, this was torture watching this cartoon.
Yeah.
I haven't felt like this probably since Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. That's a good comparison, to be honest. And I feel like from now on, anytime anyone refers to this show, it shouldn't be like, what's with Andy? It should be like, what's with Andy? Why? What's with Andy?
No, that's not the question. The question is why'd you watch What's with Andy? Why'd you watch Andy?
Why Andy?
And we don't know. Why Andy?
Yeah, why? Why Andy?
My hope is that the girl he has a crush on, Lori, never gives him the time of day.
Yeah.
And ends up with someone else in the very last episode and breaks his heart.
That would be great.
That would be a perfect send-off.
I hope he never finds out her address.
No, because then he'll prank her constantly.
Yeah. You're right. That's the minimum of what would happen.
I hope when his friend Danny, gets a little older, he has a growth spurt and becomes a big jock dude or something and just ditches Andy and then just makes fun of him constantly. I want him to be alone in this.
Yeah. We've never rooted for the jock, but there's a first time for everything, guys.
Craig was a more likable character than Andy was, and that's saying a lot.
That's sad. That is really sad. We do have a 5-star review here on Apple Podcasts from Junie back. So thank you very much, Junie back.
Thank you.
Yeah, Junie says, great podcast. On my last 5-star review, can you do 2? I don't know how she pulled that off. If she rated us somewhere else or something.
Do 10,000.
10,000. On my last 5-star review, it was about Winx Club. Whoops.
Oh.
We did not treat Winx Club very nice.
Yeah.
But I just want to tell you guys how awesome this podcast is. It's just so good, and I love hearing your opinions of different cartoons. But after I listened to your Spectacular Spider-Man, I do want to let you know that there is a current Spider-Man cartoon that started in 2017, and its 3rd season is premiering next year. It's not as good as Spectacular and is kind of generic, but has some good ideas, although they sometimes, well, maybe most of the time, fall short. I hope you guys watch it because I would love to see your opinions on it. Great podcast, guys. Lots of exclamation points. Thank you so much, Junie back. I really appreciate that.
Wow, that was a cool review and very informative. And I didn't know there was another Spider-Man cartoon, but I guess we need to watch it.
You should know this because you are basically Latino Spider-Man, I mean, that's you in a nutshell.
I don't know why I don't know about this show. That's what confuses me. Interesting. I'll look into it. But thank you. That's awesome. That was a cool review. And sorry that we treated Winx Club so poorly.
I know. That's the one that we get the most grief over is Winx Club. It never
ends.
Hope
this. I hope What's with Andy doesn't turn into that because I will not waver on that. I am firm against What's with Andy.
Yeah.
Winx Club, I could see potential in. I could see why people like it. We're not the crowd for it. I understand that. We're not the demographic. But What's with Andy? No, that's for no one. No one deserves that.
It's for no one.
Well, listeners, looks like our milk supply is now run dry, so it's time for us to say goodbye. And in 2 weeks, when we start our October celebration, we'll be watching
Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost, submitted via Twitter by @SpaceCityErlin.
Oh.
We thought we were through. We thought we had completed the Red Shirt Shaggy saga, and then they go and pull this on us. Where they're just like, you remember 13 Ghosts? You remember when that was what was that, episode 3 that we did? It was a long time ago. I think it was our 3rd episode.
It was a long time ago. I think that Shaggy's wearing a green shirt, through
Oh
the
my
majority
goodness.
of this one, but I hope his red shirt makes a cameo.
They're messing with our
That would be-
brains right now.
That would be the perfect send-off of the red shirt saga.
Yeah, and then we'll never speak of it again. JK, actually, the Red Shirt Saga has been a lot of fun. Like, I like those.
I've really
those movies.
enjoyed his red shirt saga stuff.
Yeah. We will finish that whole 13 Ghosts thing.
Once again, I'm Joseph,
And I'm Chris.
and we'll see you in 2 Saturdays.
Presented by Nerdsloth.
A place for lazy nerds.
If you like what you heard, consider donating at patreon.com/nerdsloth so we can continue bringing you quality shows. Be sure to also leave us a review and share your favorite episodes and clips on social media. If you're looking for more content, visit us at nerdsloth.com.